What's up? If you're new here, my name is Josh. Don't mind my hair and my eyes. I just took a nap because I got home really late last night and I had to wake up early. Something with the school or something, they called me. I had to figure it out, whatever. So I just took a nap and now I look cooked. Today I kind of wanted to talk about moving out of your hometown. Now I haven't personally moved out of my hometown yet, but it is something I plan on doing within the next couple of years. Do you guys ever feel like your hometown is kind of like holding you back? Because that's how I feel. I feel like this place is holding me back from so much more. And I'm not using it as an excuse to not work harder, because you shouldn't. I don't know what type of environment you guys live in, but for me, it's really depressing and motivating seeing where I live and wanting to move out of here. Because I look at how bad it is and I just say, yeah, I do not want to be here. But also, even people who live in good areas, there's some people who live in good areas and their environment just looks so much like a rat race in a way. It's these people that do the same things every day and they don't have a mindset of wanting to do better, so they all just stay there. And even though it's all right, they don't want better, so then therefore it makes you think that you shouldn't want better, but then you do want better. So you start looking around, you're like, wow, all these people are they're just here to be here. They're just living, but they're not living. That's what I feel totally when I look around in this city. It's like, I don't want to be here. I feel like I'm gonna get left back at this place if I don't do anything anytime soon. And I'm gonna follow the steps of everyone that lives here. And this is something that actually a lot of people think about but never actually do. And some people don't even hate where they're from, but they're ready to grow beyond that. Your hometown could be very comfortable because it could be like familiar faces, families all around, same routines, same streets. You know all the streets, you know where to go for everything. You just know where everything is. But it gets to a point where that type of comfort becomes like a cage, And a lot of people don't leave because they're scared of starting over. They're scared of finding new friends. They're scared of finding new, like having to learn new streets. But moving out of your hometown kind of forces you to do those things. It kind of forces you to be like, okay, you know what? Let me go socialize with some people. Let's say you're not really a social person, and actually, maybe you don't even need to do that because you probably don't want to. But I'm saying, if you're someone who struggles with that and you want to socialize, maybe that could help you socialize. Like you moved out. Okay, now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the spot down here. Maybe you make a couple friends, But the mental headspace I believe it'll put you in, man, it's like, okay, I'm out. I'm in an environment I actually want to be in. It's time to go stronger and harder. And you got those people that be like, once you move somewhere else, they'll be like, oh, you changed. They start judging you and stuff. Like, good. But no, I just, not putting myself higher than you, but honestly, I just got to that mindset that you were in, man, that I was familiar with everything. So, you know what? I'm going to stay here instead of actually wanting better. And leaving your hometown isn't like running away from all these problems or like, family members and whatnot. Unless that's your plan. I don't know. But in a way, it's kind of like leveling up. Like, okay, dang, I had the courage to actually get out of here, and I actually did it, by yourself too. Something that's always in my head is that sometimes that version of you that you've been looking for could be in a different city, in a different town. Just because you moved there, you automatically found this this harder working person, this super motivated person, just because they moved out of their hometown and they're not surrounded by people who don't want better for themselves. that are just comfortable with where they at, and you don't like being comfortable where you're at, and you want to do better. Maybe in that town, I don't know, people are thriving for things. People are just going forward. You know, that's kind of like my little headspace on moving out, and of your hometown, and just, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it could help some. I don't know how this video is gonna help anyone, but because it's me just talking about moving out, because I personally want to move out of this town that I'm in within the next couple of years, so that's a really big plan of mine. But if you can relate, just type that down in the comments. Let me know if you could relate with that. I know a lot of people can, but well, let me know if you do. But anyways, I love you guys. God loves you. Peace.